Hello and welcome to the dungeon. My name is Dan and today we're going to talk about Warhammer 40,000 video games. Now, for those of you who aren't in the know, we are currently living in a golden age of Warhammer adaptations to the PC and console screens. For example, in my last video I did a review on Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr. You should check it out if you haven't done so already. We've also got at the moment Eternal Crusade, which is a nice third-person shooter, as well as several Dawn of War titles. We've got quite a few ones coming up as well, such as the new Mechanicus game, which is very XCOM-y. We've also got a sequel to Battlefleet Gothic, we've got Necromunda, we've got tons coming up. But there can always be more. So what I've done for you is made a wish list of 5 video game types I want to see made by these talented video game designers. Anyway, on to the list. Starting off at number 5, I'm going in reverse, Orc Racing. So, hear me out. Orcs love speed, right? Sure. Orcs love carnage. They like to fight, of course. So why don't we combine the two into a very cool, very silly Orc racing game? Think about it. Think of all the bikes they have, all the buggies, trucks, battle wagons. Heck, you could even throw walkers in there if you wanted to and have them race off. You could have all types of different kind of planets to race on. You've got Hive worlds with the Imperium, you've got Awakening Tomb worlds, you've got planets in the grip of a Tyranid invasion, all sorts of good chaos stuff. The potential is just staggering. And the best thing about orcs is they love to loot. So you don't have to rely on just orc technology. You can grab some Imperial, grab some Taug, some Eldar, whatever you want, throw it together, a lot of customization, a lot of kit bashing your buggy or truck or whatever, and just racing it across the landscape. Plenty of melee involved, combat, so plenty of guns, wrecking balls, claws. You could just do so much with this one idea at least. Not to mention taking it into lower orbit with planes. Orcs have planes, they've got several, they like them, they've got some type of death copters as well. Aerial combat with racing. It prints itself. Make that game. Right, number 4. If any of you are familiar with the board game Chaos in the Old World, think about that and apply it to the 41st millennium. So this would be a management video game. You're playing one of the 4 chaos gods, Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, Slaanesh, whichever one you want. Your mission, or your desire as it were, is to corrupt an imperial sector or subsector depending on the scale of the game. Now this is very much a secret campaign, as in the Imperials don't know at first what's going on, and you have to try and get your agents into key parts of the government, try to bribe certain high-ranking officials, all types of ways to spread your particular corruption. And because you're one of the 4, you have 3 other rivals who are doing likewise in their own different ways. So Khorne could try to be causing civil riots and that kind of thing to really get the blood pumping. Nurgle's all about trying to spread diseases across various populations. It's a combination of different game types. Think the management side of Total War, maybe some Plague incorporated as well, and just lots of dubious activities. The Imperial forces, of course, will try to stop you. They might send Inquisitors or Space Marines, and you have to use your skills, your magic, your forces to try to overcome them. Maybe you can play them off each other. Maybe you can get an inquisitorial force to attack one of the planets which is corrupted by one of your rivals, maybe. Or even better, to exterminatus a loyalist planet because they don't know better, and you can use that resentment to build up your own forces. If this game was made multiplayer with 3 of your friends, just think about how good and Machiavellian that would be as you plot and scheme. Maybe you'll forge alliances, maybe you'll stab your friend in the back. Very kind of chaosy. So yes, make that game. On to number 3. So this one is stretching it a little far, but 40k beat 'em up. Think about it. The 40k universe has a lot of really overpowered characters. Think of all the Primax, or even Chapter Masters. Compare that with Orc Warlords, Chaos Lords, the Avatar Arcane, all types of really powerful characters who you want to see kick the shit out of each other. And beat 'em ups, there's still a place for them. I loved Injustice 2 last year. Tekken 7 was pretty decent as well. So there would definitely be a market. And with a lot of these characters, they have inbuilt reasons for why they're so durable. Necrons can regenerate their exoskeletons. Astartes are just badasses. Eldar can use their trickery. And just think of the fatalities as well. Like, say if you have an Inquisitor character who's got all of his digital weapons, and best yet he can call upon an Exterminatus on his foe. I mean, obviously he'd have to get off the planet at some point, teleportation maybe, or a little Valkyrie ship. Anyway, just think about it. I'm gonna say, being able to just smash and tear apart Chapter Masters in a Tau stealth battlesuit or something along those lines would just be epic. Now, there was a MOBA based around 40k. I can't remember because it died. I think I want to say Nexus Arena or something. Basically, you were transported to a Dark Eldar gladiatorial arena. I never played it, so I can't say for sure. And yeah, you fought amongst yourselves. So something like that might have to be used. It's very contrived as to why two high-ranking, powerful individuals will be squaring off against each other, but there is a way you can do it. Don't look at me, I'm just, telling you what you should do. I mean video game developers, and you think of the rest. So, next is the penultimate idea, and the one I have a real strong interest in. Okay, so a lot of the lore of Warhammer 40,000 is very dark and a little scary. You know what works good with scary? Survival horror. Think about this. A team of scouts trapped behind enemy lines. Things are going relatively okay until suddenly 4 of those scouts are killed. You play the remaining scout. Maybe even you're a veteran, so you're the most, the best of those 5. You have to accomplish your missions behind enemy lines with no support. You can't go all out direct shooting. You do have access to vehicles and to guns, but if you do that, the enemy will be upon you and they'll tear you to shreds. So you have to use your stealth, your wiles to get to certain areas, take out certain high priority targets. And this is where the horror can really come in, because if you were to have, say, Chaos as your opponents, just this Chaos as a whole, think about all the various demons, cultists, all types of sorcery activities can be going on. Very psychological as you try and overcome not just the enemy without, but the enemy within too. I think there's a lot of potential there for a very good story. And you'd have access to a lot of weaponry. Scouts get, a good variety of guns. Bolters, bolt pistols, daggers, sniper rifles, shotguns, missile launchers, various combinations of those. So, yeah, make that happen. And for number 1, the absolute final game they have to make above all others. I'm so giddy for this one. It's one that I wanted literally all my adult and even my child life as well. How sad is that? Anyway, are you ready? A Tau dating sim. Think about it. Think how cute it would be. Maybe you're a fire caste warrior. You have your eye on a cute little water caste bureaucrat, or maybe one on the air caste, but you don't know how to proceed, so you have to get some dating advice. Ooh, maybe we can have like a gay Cruton there as well, or a cheeky Vespid. Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. No, don't do a Tau dating sim, but seriously, this is my absolute favourite idea for what a video game set in the 41st millennium should be. Okay, are you ready? It's a Tau. Okay, no more Tau. Mass Effect, the good one, meets being an Inquisitor. So this would be a third-person RPG with a lot of cover mechanics, shooting, that type of thing. Not Inquisitor Martyr that I reviewed the other day. This will be a lot more story driven. There will be a emphasis on dialogue of your connections between your party members who would form your inquisitorial entourage, and just think of the types of people you can have as your bodyguards. Maybe a veteran guardsman who's seen one too many battles, maybe a Necromunda ganger, an Escher or a Goliath or whatever, possibly an Ogryn bodyguard, that would be quite cool, a tech priest, various types of assassins, maybe a young interrogator apprentice, all sorts. And you can even customize your own background. Are you a radical or are you a Puritan? Are you a man, woman? Is there some kind of tragic backstory to you? Are you a ruthless bastard? Do you like to declare exterminatus on planets who piss you off? All types of different things, and things that you can do as well. You know, maybe there is an Adeptus Astartes chapter who are getting on your bad side. Why not declare them a heretic if it is in your means to do so? Maybe it affects the plot. And all the different types of enemies you can have. You can have chaos, various types of enemy Xenos, maybe even have some Xenos as your allies, possibly. Maybe some Eldar or Tau will join forces with you. You can throw in their vehicles as well, such as like how in Mass Effect you have that car thing that rolled across the planet. Something similar with 40k as well. You could have a Salamander, I think that's one of the vehicles, or a Chimera, or Taurox. You could even have, potentially, romance options. And yes, we're going back to the whole dating sim thing, maybe not quite that far. Well, that's just some of my ideas for what we could potentially get. So if you're a developer and you're listening to this, then get at it. So what about your ideas? And by you I mean you, the listener. What kind of video games would you like to see in the 41st millennium? Obviously we have strategy, we have various action games, but what else can we get? So thank you for watching this. I will make all types of content now and then, and I just wanted to throw some ideas out. If you like this vid, then by all means drop me a like. If you want to say something, then leave it please in the comments, and if you want to see more of my content, then give me a subscription. Anyway, that's all for me. I'm going to go and play some more video games now. Thank you. Goodbye.